Good morning, everyone. We are starting a bit late today. I am sorry and I do apologize. I hope you're all there. Show yourselves. Send me a thumb up or a heart, just that I know that, that you're there and you're listening. It's English breakfast. It's English breakfast, even though, as usual, I'm not having English breakfast. No beans on toast. I'm just having my white coffee with oat milk. 3 people, 5 people there. Hi, welcome. Great to see you. You know, for those of you who've never run a live on Facebook, I can only see an eye and the number of people watching this. So if you write a comment or if you send a heart or a thumb up, I'll know who's there. It's 8 of us now. It looks like you've been waiting for me to start. So once again, I'm sorry we started late. Paula, welcome. Hi, and Beata. Great to see you guys. Kinga, hi, good morning. Good morning. Okay, today it's English on the phone. I hope you're all looking forward. When I was preparing this episode, I didn't really expect that it would be that many useful phrases. I forgot. I forgot what quantity we have, or quantity of different phrases we have to use on the phone. Paulina says good morning everyone. Okay, just to remind you, to those of you who don't know what this is, English Breakfast is a series of live mini lessons in which I share with you what I know about functional language that you can use at work. Because, yes, we started last week. We always meet on Fridays, 9:30 in the morning. We started last week with English for conference calls. Let me know if you were there, and let me know if you remember any phrases, or maybe you used them. You used them this week. It's really important when you learn a language to actually apply, to adopt what you are learning. Otherwise, your brain won't get the signal, hey, this is important. And even though you're learning, you're not going to remember. So do apply the language I'm teaching or I'm sharing with you. And Vera says, hello, nice to hear and see you, Kasia. Nice to see you too. I'd love us to meet in a different way. Okay, so do apply the language we're learning. Let me know if you have applied any of the phrases that we learned last week. English for teleconferencing. Let me know, write it in comments, please. Okay, so as I told you, English Breakfast is a series of live meetings with useful language, language which you can use at work, but not only, it can also be used in everyday situations. So it's not just about work. And yes, and my name's Kasia Kaczmarek, and I'm a huge fan of languages, not only English, because in my life I've been learning 7 so far, from Hebrew in Israel to Greek in Thessaloniki, where I studied. And I have to tell you that it's been the best adventure in my life. So most probably I'm going to share more, more of my knowledge of different languages. But that's another story, and I'll tell you at the end of this video. Before we get the ball rolling, before we start, I want you to know and to remind you what my mission is. My mission is to help you boost your confidence when you speak different languages, English first and foremost, because what happens to us is, because English is at schools, we feel judged, and yes, we feel judged every time we speak it, we're worried about our mistakes and we're scared to take a misstep and use the wrong grammatical tense. And I'll be repeating this and I'll be convincing you, or trying to convince you, to let it go, just to relax, because using a language is all about getting the message across, and you don't have to be perfect because you're not native speakers. And even when you listen to people voicing their opinions on TV in Poland, you will hear all these mistakes they make in their mother tongue. So when you learn a language, and when that's my dog trying to get in, I'm sorry. But when you are learning a language and when you're trying to use it, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are okay as long as you learn from them, as long as you're ready to learn from them. All right. There's 18 of us, so I guess we'll be starting. This time I haven't prepared a glossary or a dictionary for you, but I have another idea. As you know, it's possible to stay in touch with us by signing up to our newsletter, and you can do it on my website, which is www.wowcentrum, all one word, .pl. So if you go to that website and if you sign up to our newsletter, you're going to get a lovely interactive dictionary or glossary from our today's meeting. I'm going to be sending newsletters soon, so make sure, if you haven't signed up yet, that you'll do it today. And this way you'll get an interactive glossary from our today's English breakfast. Okay? Right. Okay, so that's vocabulary for the phone calls, English on the phone today. And I thought it would be a good idea to divide this whole this whole bunch this whole bunch of phrases that we may use on the phone into 4 categories. There is the basic vocabulary, the basic phrases category. There is the category which is called communicating what you need, and I guess it's the key category when it comes to speaking English on the phone. Communicating technical problems or technical hitches, that's another thing. And the last category is phrasal verbs, which come in handy when you talk on the phone, and when, like, most of the time when you hear phrasal verbs you go but it's not that bad. Phrasal verbs are okay as long as you know how to learn them. And also my mission is to tell you how to actually approach languages, how to learn them, how to memorize the vocabulary. So if you're a fan of WOW, you know that I'm doing this in lives and also on my YouTube channel. But if you don't know how to learn languages, if you don't know how to deal with all this vocabulary, how to remember grammar, how to sound more fluent, what you can do, and it's a good idea, you can subscribe my YouTube channel, which is just Kasia Kaczmarek. And there you'll find a lot of different mini films, mini videos, both professional and homemade, in which I'm telling you how to tackle learning a language, how to remember, how to boost your memory, and how to support your brain in remembering. Okay, right, let's get the ball rolling. So English on the phone, the basic vocabulary is quite simple, but you may not like sometimes we just don't realize that these words, we know these words, but we can't remember them. So basically, these days, most of us use mobile phones and our mobile numbers. But some of us, do let me know if you belong to this group, still have phones at home. And these numbers are called landline. Landline. Even though I haven't, I don't we do have a landline in the office, but I'm not sure what number it is. So it shows how rarely we actually use it. So mobile number and landline. And also right, when you want to call someone, you dial a certain number. And right, like if your phone calls, you can either answer it or take a call. That's what we say, answer the phone or take a call. You can also reject it. And if you're not into talking on the phone, and I'm not into talking on the phone, I prefer speaking to people face to face. Then you text people. You don't send SMS. It's not what we say in English. In English, we say we text people. So just text me. Okay, Kasia Katarzyna says hello, good morning. Right, okay, so we dial numbers, we answer or take a phone call. If we don't want to talk, we reject the phone call, or we text people if we can't speak. And when you want to introduce yourself on the phone, you don't really say my name is. What you say is this is Kasia speaking. You can add speaking if you like. So this is Kasia. If you're not sure who's answered the phone, you ask the very same way, using in the version, is this Tomek? Is this Tomek? And if you want to speak to someone, you use this very simple phrase, could I speak to Mr. blah, 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 right? So this is, good morning, this is Kasia speaking, and speaking is optional. Is this blah, blah, blah? Or could I speak to blah, blah, blah? So this is what you say. And all these things are very simple. But something which is a bit more complicated, and we'll take this lesson a notch up just now, is communicating your needs on the phone. And it doesn't only apply to phone conversations, it applies to all kinds of conversations, because hi Kasiu, good to see you, because many people tell me, many of my students tell me, I do not understand when people talk to me. I find it difficult to understand English. I can speak some English, but it's difficult for me to react when somebody's speaking. And I want to tell you one thing. Of course, practice makes perfect, and the more you listen, the more you talk on the phone, the more accustomed to it you'll get. But the most important thing is to be able to communicate your needs, to tell someone that you don't understand, and to tell them exactly what you needed them to change in order for you to understand better. Can you follow what I'm saying? Yeah, can you follow what I'm saying? I mean, when somebody is speaking too fast, it's not enough to tell them, sorry, I can't follow. Or sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat that? We all know this phrase, could you repeat? But if they repeat with the same pace, and if they repeat with their, Welsh accent, it's not going to help you. And you can't tell people, can you repeat, can you repeat, can you repeat? What you need to do is you need to tell them exactly what you need. So, if someone is speaking too fast, you don't tell them to repeat. You ask them, could you please slow down a bit? Could you speak more slowly? This is what you say. And it's okay to express it. If somebody is speaking quietly, what you can do is you can tell them, sorry, could you speak up? Could you speak up? So that they know that they need to speak a bit louder. If somebody is using a word, you have no idea, like you've never heard before, that what you can say is, sorry, what's blah, blah, blah. And you say, and you repeat the word you don't understand. Or you can also ask the person, could you spell that for me? Could you spell that for me? And this way you'll be able to find out, or actually you'll be able to understand better, not because someone repeats themselves again and again, but because you express exactly what you need. And check it when you're in the street, when you speak on the phone. You'll see that it's much better than when you keep asking a person, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, could you repeat that for me? Also, there is one method that I often use. I mean, I used to when I was traveling to different places. When you really can't understand what the person on the phone means, what you can say is, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And if you ask a person, what do you mean by that? It'll be their responsibility to explain it to you in simpler words or in other words. So it's like, whew, we don't have to worry. It's your task now to explain this to me in detail. So do communicate what you need. If it's too fast, if it's too quiet, if there is a word you don't understand, if you're not sure what word this person means, tell them. Tell them exactly what you need. We respect people who express their needs. And this will boost your understanding of English and any other language, to be honest. Okay, so we've covered two areas of English on the phone. The first one was the basic vocabulary, like introducing yourselves, like this is Kasia speaking, is this, or is that Tomek? And also we've covered the key area of English on the phone, which is communicating your needs. We also have communicating technical problems. And when it comes to communicating technical problems on the phone, then Lady Gaga is an expert, because she's recorded that song, Telephone, I guess, Telephone. And this song is just full of words and phrases which describe some technical hitches. Can you remember that song? Anyone? It goes like, okay, I won't be singing this time, but something like, stop calling, blah, 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 something, something. Next time I'll sing something for you, and not this time. What you can say to express problems or technical hitches is you can say that you have no service in the place where you are. You can say, like, if you can't hear someone properly, you can say, hey, you're breaking up, or you're breaking up on me, or I'm losing you. This is what you can say, right? If you can't hear a person properly. I've got no service, like I've got no service in the club. You're breaking up on me, or you're breaking up, and I'm losing you. These three things communicate that you have trouble understanding what another person is saying because of some technical hitches. And thank you for all the hearts. It's lovely. Morning, beautiful. Morning. Right. Also, when your battery is low, you just say your battery is low. I need to charge it. Hey, I'm sorry, my battery is low. I need to charge it. Right. I'll need to charge it and I'll get back to you. And get back to you is a phrasal verb, which we're going to discuss in a moment. Hi Grzegorz, great to see you. There are no men, like normally it's only women here. And wow is like a women's thing. And I'm wondering why. So Grzegorz, lovely to see you. I haven't seen you in ages, but I'm sending hugs. Okay. So my battery is low, I'll charge it and I'll get back to you. And what you can also say, I can't hear a thing, like Lady Gaga in the club. I can't hear a thing. I have got no service in the club. I can't hear a thing. And I can't text you with a drink in my hand. Hi Rafał, my brother's here as well. Right, and you can also say the line is busy. The line is busy. So these are the technical things you may come across when making a phone call or when receiving a phone call. Okay, so we've covered 3 areas so far, and also we have phrasal verbs. Who's a fan of phrasal verbs? Let me know. I want to see you. Show yourselves. Because no one likes phrasal verbs except for English teachers, I guess. And phrasal verbs are very useful. So it's really good to learn a list of, say, 50 to 100. And I know it sounds strange when I tell you, hey, it's a good idea to learn 100 phrasal verbs. But if you subscribe my channel, if you follow us on Facebook, there were many lives in January, I guess, in which I told you exactly how to learn vocabulary effectively. And also, Veronica says she's not a fan of phrasal verbs. I understand. Yes, even advanced students of English are not big fans of phrasal verbs. Anyways, in this newsletter that I promised I would send you with the glossary from today's meeting, I will show you yet another tool, an internet tool, an interactive tool, in which you'll be able to, using which you'll be able to effectively remember things, because we're going to use some animation, some pictures, and yes, and you'll see how effective this is. Hi, Janetko. I can see my students, my friends, and some people that I haven't met yet. It's lovely to see you guys. I'm privileged to have you. There are 35 people in the virtual classroom, and it's lovely. It's like human connection in these hard times. Okay, so phrasal verbs that you might use on the phone. Have you got any idea what they are? Any examples, maybe? We'll definitely use some phrasal verbs with get, yes, get, with put, get and put. Any ideas which phrasal verbs with get and put may be used in on the phone? Oh my God, here are my boys coming. Let me know. Let me know. I'm really curious if you remember any. But basically, what you can say is, like, the first phrasal verb that comes to my mind is hold on. I have another call. So hold on, like hold on, little girl. Hold on, wait a moment. I have another call. Hold on, I have another call. I'll get back to you as soon as I finish. So get back to is another thing, another phrasal verb you use on the phone. You need to excuse me a minute because I need to let my dogs in. So 1 second. Hey, are you there? Okay. Put me on the put me through. That's right, Kashu. Could you put me through? Could you put me through when you're calling when you need to reach a certain department, you just say, could you put me through to the accounts, please? Right, to put me through. That's what you can say. And right, when the line is busy, what you say is, you say that I couldn't get through. Right, the line was busy. I was trying to get through to you all day, but the line was busy. Like, you talk too much. So hold on, I'll get back to you. Could you put me through to the accounts? I couldn't get through to the accounts. The line was busy. I'm wondering if it's easy to get through to Zeus these days, or are the lines busy? Tell me. I haven't tried. I emailed them. I mean, I did it all online. But if you've been trying to reach Zeus these days, do let me know if the lines are busy, if it's difficult to get through to them. I'm really curious what it's like. Okay. Right. What else? What else do we have? Right. I know. There's another thing which is not very nice, but if somebody... No, it's actually... yes, I'm sorry, got lost. Put somebody on hold. So we have put somebody through, but also put somebody on hold. And that's what you do. That's what they do. That's what happens when you need to wait to be connected, or you need to wait to be put through. You know, most of the time you'll get this da 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 da. So this is when you're put on hold, and it's a bit irritating. Is it irritating for you or relaxing? Let me know. There are some like internet providers, and it's really easy, difficult to get through to them, and they put you on hold, and you wait for like 20 minutes sometimes. Yes, that's what happens. And when you have an argument on the phone with someone, and things are not going the way you would like them to, then somebody may hang up on you. Hang up on you. I mean, finish the conversation without saying goodbye, just bah. Right, so we have, when it comes to phrasal verbs, you have like the most popular ones, obviously. Hold on, I have another call. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I tried to get through to them all day, and when I finally did, they put me on hold. They asked me to wait. Good morning, this is Kasia Kaczmarek speaking. Could you put me through to the accounts, please? So put somebody through. And what else? What else? Don't ever hang up on me again. Right? Don't ever hang up on me again. Don't ever finish the conversation without saying goodbye. Don't do it to me. Don't do this to me again. Right. Okay, guys, it's been like Jesus, more than 20 useful phrases that you may use for talking about phone calls and for talking on the phone. I hope you'll find them interesting. Soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe today, maybe the day after tomorrow, I'm not sure. I'm going to collect them all, and I'm going to prepare an interactive activity or interactive dictionary or interactive glossary for you to be able to see these phrases with examples and to be able to practice them and apply them when you talk on the phone. But in order to get this glossary, you need to sign up to our newsletter, which is available on our website, www.wowcentrum, all one word, .pl. And yes, in the next newsletter, I'm going to send you a link to this glossary or dictionary. And it'll be the same way. I'm going to show you a useful tool which you may use at home with your kids and with your families to revise and enjoy learning English, because we can do it online, and we can do it in a very effective way, applying images, listening. Yes, this way we do it in an effective way. And right, I have this idea that I was meaning to share with you. I thought that perhaps on Instagram stories, I could give you mini lessons in different languages. Because as some of you know, I've been learning many. So I can share with you some Greek, that's for sure. I can share with you a lot of Greek, actually, but also German and some French and some Spanish and some Hebrew. I can't share Russian with you because I remember nothing, and I don't want to remember anything from my visit to Moscow. But hello, Isa, good to see you. But I'm not an expert in all these languages. And when I speak Greek, I use simple phrases. But the thing is to be able to use simple language and useful phrases with confidence and with pride that, hey, I know this, I can use it, I can communicate effectively. So if you want me to, I'll be able to share different languages and give you many lessons on different languages. It will be another format, not really English breakfast, because English breakfast is for English. But on Instagram stories, I thought it might be useful, and I could also show you or maybe take you to the places that I've been, and show you what Israel looks like, what Jaffa is like, what Tel Aviv or Jerusalem look like, what it feels like to be a Greek citizen. Yes, so I've been to many different places. I could take you to Chile. Let me know if you feel. Let me know if you feel that it's a good idea. Perhaps we need it. Perhaps like these days when we're locked at homes, it's a good idea to travel a bit, even if it's on Facebook. Okay, right. So that's the idea that I wanted to share with you. I am preparing a webinar on job interviews in English. So it's going to be a separate meeting with a limited group of people, but I'll let you know soon. I'll probably let you know at the end of next week. And because it's all about business English, then Veronica says, yes, I suppose it's about like many lessons of different languages. Then I problema, Veronica will do it. Right, and also if you're in need of a hearty portion of business English, of an intense business English course, then at the end of next week, we're starting a new project, which is Business Up. And it's a course in which you have 30 classes, so 60 lessons, 30 meetings, 90 minutes each. And these meetings are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They'll be either 7:30 in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning. And also there'll be a group in the evening. And these classes are going to be addressed at 2 levels, intermediate and upper intermediate. So lower intermediate and upper intermediate. And if you need to boost your confidence when it comes to using business vocabulary and business English, it's a great idea to join this course. We're recruiting now. So if you feel that Business Up is something for you, then you can check the details in the events section of our fun page, Business Up. It should be starting next week, and we also only have 6 places in every group. Altogether it's 12 places. So in 2.5 months you're going to cover a semester of learning English. So by the end of June, you'll be very fluent when it comes to using English in this business context. Okay, right, so that would be it. We'll be finishing slowly. I hope you liked it, and I hope you'll find it useful, that all this vocabulary or some of it will come in handy. Do share it if you feel other people might feel that it's helpful, because it's also my idea, my mission, to help by sharing what I know and what I've experienced. And I know so many people are so stressed about making phone calls in English. I was stressed too when I started. So if you feel it will help, it might help, then share it. Leave your comments, leave your ideas. Let me know what you think. Give me feedback. I'm open to your feedback. And do sign up to our newsletter on www.wowcentrum.pl. Do subscribe my channel on YouTube, which is Kasia Kaczmarek. As simple as that. You'll find more of these live videos, and you'll find more. Thank you, Basiu. You'll find more of different videos about English and learning languages on this channel. And what else? And yes, do let us know if you want to participate, if you want to join the Business Up Business English course, which is starting next week. And right, and next week, what is it going to be about? I'm not too sure, but if you have any suggestions, let me know, and I'll try my best to take them into account. And like I promised, the next newsletter is going to contain glossary from today's lesson, so that you are able to practice and to come back to all these phrases on, let me remind you, basic vocabulary. Right, Veronica is a big fan of such teaching. I think it's helpful. You can listen to it anywhere you are. Right, so basic vocabulary, but also communicating your needs and communicating technical problems on the phone, and phrasal verbs connected with talking on the phone. So altogether you have a bunch of like 20 to 25 different phrases which you may use on the phone. Happy Easter, Elisa says. Happy Easter to you guys. Stay home, stay safe. Be kind to each other and use this time to take good care of yourselves. Thank you very much for today. Have your coffees, have your breakfast, and enjoy. Thank you. It was lovely to see you. Bye-bye.